My respected brothers and my sisters, there is one observation that 95% of the population of the world, they don't have any set goal to achieve in their life. Only 5% of the people in the world, they have certain goal in front of them, and they have written down that goal of their life. And there is another observation, the people who are very clear about their goal and vision, 95% of them, they achieve their goal. So clarity of the goal, clarity of the vision, clarity of the destiny is very important. When you have clear vision, then you can plan and act according to that. As a Muslim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already said goal of our life. And we see the difference between us and Sahaba. The difference is that every moment of their life, they have very clear vision where they are heading. That's why if I share with you a couple of examples, in the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, once when he said, there will be a time of fitna, and Sahaba did not ask Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, when will it happen? How will it happen? Who will be the reason of that? Their concern was the success of Akhirah. The question they asked Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, what will be the way out of that fitna? Without knowing the details of the fitna, what exactly will happen, their concern was how we will get out of it. So we will not compromise on our journey towards Akhirah. When Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was telling them about Dajjal and the fitna of Dajjal, when Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to Sahaba that there will be a time, year will become like a month, and month will become like a day, and day will become like an hour, Sahaba did not ask anything else. Their question was to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was, then Ya Rasulullah, what will happen to our prayers? How we will perform our prayers? So their concern was not how Dajjal will look like and what will happen. No, their concern was they were people of action, people with focus, people with clarity about the goal and destiny they have in their life. That if we don't have clarity, what happens? There was a professional long distance ocean swimmer. Her name was Florence Chadwick, very famous American lady from San Diego. And she is the one who has crossed all the channels, English Channel many times. 1952, she wanted to cross Catalina Channel, the longest channel to cross by swimming. And it happened when she decided, the day she picked to do that, that was a foggy and misty day. And there was a boat going next to her because Catalina Channel is full of sharks. There was a boat going with her just in case if shark attack her, so there will be a rescue team to save her. She was swimming, and after she has done her swimming for many hours, she reached to the point where there was nothing she can see, just fog. Her goal, her manzil, her final destination was not clear in front of her. And she was not sure that how far it will be and how long I should keep moving and going. When she has lost, because of the fog, the vision of her destiny, her goal, she gave up because it was not clear. And when she gave up, she finds out her shore where she was trying to reach was only 1¼ mile away from her. Just because her destiny was gone from her sight, she lost her hope. She lost that power which was moving her, was keeping her focused. Of course, after 2 years, she was able to achieve that goal again. My point here is, my brothers and my sisters, you and me, we have to ask one very simple question. How many times in a day I remember my goal? I remember the vision of my life. I remember the day that I will meet with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I remember the purpose of my life. That is the main question that you and me, we have to ask. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed this life in such a way. Last Friday I talked about, salah, the prayer, that there is a 5-time reminder for you and me. There was a man, he saw a dream. And in his dream he saw Hazrat Israel, the angel of death. And he asked this angel of death, your job is only one, to take away the ruh. And you come all of a sudden. You don't send any reminder or warnings so that people can get ready for you. It's a dream of one of the sheikh. The angel says to him, I send reminders and warnings day in and day out. When your hairs are turning gray, that's a sign that wake up, your time is coming. If you have somebody living in front of your eyes, that's a sign. When you get sick, that's a sign that this life is not going to stay with you, indefinitely. When you have a grandchild, that grandchild is telling you, Grandpa, it's time to say bye-bye now. Okay? So my reminders are there, but you don't have that eye that you can see that reminder. There is nothing wrong when we are busy in this life. There was one scholar, and one of his follower, he said, I want to spend some time with that big sheikh scholar, because I have heard so many good things about him, and I want to benefit from the life he has. He goes and spends some time with that sheikh, but he sees that sheikh is busy 24 hours in business. He is busy in his business, day in, day out. The only worry he sees in that sheikh is business. Busy 24/7. So he said, I heard so many good things about this sheikh, that he is such sheikh and this and that, and I don't see anything. He is busy in this dunya. I see him just struggling for his business. One day they both were going together. Look at what happened. This follower, he says to Sheikh, I wish that I can do Hajj with you. Sheikh says, what? Are you serious about it? He said, yes, I am very serious about it. I wish and I make dua that I do Hajj with you. The Sheikh says, okay, are you ready? This road goes right straight to Makkah. Let's go. He said, Sheikh, right now? Yes, right now. Let's go to Makkah. He said, Sheikh, I have my blanket at home. Can I bring my blanket? The Sheikh says to him, your blanket is there, my whole business is there. You are worried about your blanket and I'm not worried about my whole business. This is what the difference is. That your dunya is that blanket and you are stuck with that blanket. But I have no worry about my business. If the call comes, I am ready for it. दुनिया में हूँ, दुनिया का तलबगार नहीं हूँ. दुनिया में हूँ, दुनिया का तलबगार नहीं हूँ. बाजार से गुजरा हूँ, खरीदार नहीं हूँ. Even though I am in this dunya, but my desires are not just to achieve the goals and things of this dunya. I am here in this dunya, but the dunya stays out of my heart, not in my heart. Like water outside the boat, not inside the boat. If the water is outside the boat, it becomes reason to push that boat. But when water comes in the boat, it becomes reason to drown the boat. Last week, I was listening one of the story about the death of Hazrat Umar Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. And we all have heard what exactly happened to Hazrat Umar. But the final moment of his life, when his tabib, he said, because whatever you are eating is coming out of your other side of your abdomen, intestine, so your chances of surviving are none. Hazrat Umar called Abdullah bin Umar, Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, his son. And he said, go, my son, and call Hudayfa, Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. You know who Hudayfa was? The secret keeper of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The names of hypocrites Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has given to who? Only one person, Hudayfa Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. Abdullah bin Umar Raziyallahu Ta'ala goes and calls Hudayfa. He comes. And literally, the historians have written that Hazrat Umar has tears in his eyes and begging to Hudayfa, Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, tell me, was Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had mentioned my name as a hypocrite? And Hudayfa Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu says, Umar, that's a secret of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and I will not disclose that. Hazrat Umar begs him, cries in front of him to tell me my name is there or not. Hazrat Hudayfa says, Umar, you will be the last person that I will tell. And let me tell you, your name was not there. And look at what happened next. Hudayfa Radhiyallahu Ta'ala left. These are the people, their concern was, even though, who is Hazrat Umar? Who has prayed tahajjud for 40 years. Umar, who is from Ashrae Mubashara, about whom Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has given glad tidings of Jannah. Umar is the one who is saying that if only one person will go in Jannah, I am hopeful that will be Umar. But at the same time, he is scared and worried and concerned. And he says, if only one person will go in Jahannam and everybody else will be forgiven, I am worried and concerned. That could be Umar. That is Umar Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. He says to his son, Abdullah bin Umar, when I die and my janaza is happening, my Salatul Janaza, keep eye on Hudayfa. If Hudayfa is joining my Salatul Janaza, then hope I am in good shape. I am done. I will be in a good condition. But if you see that Hudayfa is not joining my Salatul Janaza, then think that I am in trouble. Can you believe that Umar Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, last moment of his life, and he is so concerned and worried? That is what really, my brothers and my sisters, our goal should be in our life, that every day the main concern of my life is the success of hereafter. And I should look for opportunities. How can I be successful in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? There was a Sahabi in the time, after the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he set up his shop, in the bazaar of Medina. And he was a new person. And after a few days, people noticed that now he is wrapping up his shop, a small shop, and he's wrapping up just few days after he opened it. And then his neighbor of that shop, they got concerned. Man, you just came, you started your shop. It just happened few days ago and you are wrapping up and leaving. What happened? Look at the answer of that Sahabi. He said, I heard Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam saying that if you are a merchant And if somebody buys something from you and he brings that thing back to you and you accept that return without asking him any question, I guarantee you place in Jannah. He says, I was not sure I'm going to get Jannah or not, but let me open a shop. And I was waiting for this day that somebody will come to return the item, and I will accept that without asking him any question, and I am done today. I got that customer, and that was my goal. Otherwise, I have nothing to do with this business. That was the only reason that I opened up this shop, so that I can fulfill that hadith and I can qualify for Jannah, my brothers and my sisters. So these were the Sahaba. They were looking for the opportunity. Remember that Shaheed on the battle of Khaybar, who was not Muslim yet. He was a shepherd. Comes to Prophet ﷺ and asking, Ya Rasulullah, what's happening here? He didn't know who Prophet ﷺ is. He doesn't know what's happening here. He asked Prophet ﷺ, what's happening here? And Prophet ﷺ explained him, it's a battle between Muslims and Jews, and I am the Prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, then what? If I accept you as a prophet, what will happen? He said, you will get paradise. And paradise is such and such and such description of paradise. He said, Ya Rasulullah, me, poor man, whose clothes are dirty, who smells, you are telling me that I will get the perfume of Jannah, I will get Jannah, I will qualify for their Jannah. If that is the case, then I say, Kalma la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Ya Rasulullah, what will happen if I go in this battle? This is the person who has not even prayed a single rakah of namaz. He just accepted Islam. And Prophet Muhammad says, if you go and get martyred in this battle, that Jannah is waiting for you. From day one, their destination, their destiny, the goal of their life was clear. Their vision was clear, my brothers and my sisters. And we know that story, that person got martyred. And nobody knew who he is after they were counting all the shuhada. And Sahaba came to Prophet ﷺ, there is a person, one person, we don't know who he is, because he did not come with us. And Prophet ﷺ says that he is the one for whom angels are praying. And he is the one who has a very little, qaleel amal, but his ajr is great. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my brothers and my sisters, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq, that when we start our day with this dua. We wake up in the morning, the dua we say, the first dua as soon as we wake up, that we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has given us another day of life after death. So when we start our day, we should commit after Fajr prayer, that today inshallah I will commit that I will not do a sin which will make my Rabbul Alameen angry with me. I will do my best to do everything to keep my Rabb happy. I will remember my destiny. I will remember my final destination. I will remember that I am here to achieve nothing but to seek the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And today, inshallah, I will do my best. My brothers, if we start our day with this commitment and we remind ourselves throughout the day that this is my vision, this is my goal, this is my destiny, that inshallah, when we will die and we will go from this dunya, Allah will give us success. And as I always say, the only call we want to hear, Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutmainna, irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan mardiya, fadkhuli fi ibadi, wadkhuli jannati. The angels will say, O Abd of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have gone from nafs ammara to nafs lawwama to nafs mutmainna, that you were disobedient of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your nafs was disobedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then you controlled your nafs and it became lawwama. And that lawwama which was appreciating your good deeds and was reminding if you were doing any bad deeds, and you converted that lawwama to mutmainna. Mutmainna is that you are satisfied with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and He is satisfied with you. Angels will say, Nafsul mutmainna, you did your job. Now is the time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to fulfill His promises for you.